Hi, and welcome to Bloody Good Screen. I'm going to call this B Movie Club now. I've been trying to find a name for this podcast with Hunter. I'm going to call it B Movie Club. This is our side series where we look at films that the other members of the Bloody Good Screen team don't want to do. I tried to get Niall in this one, but he wouldn't do it. As always, there's only one man who's willing to join me in this adventure through utter trash. He is the member of the Funnel Guys podcast and the author of Slash, Faithless, and Bigfoot in the Bronx. It's Hunter Shea.
Why, hello. You know, I don't know if B covers this. These might be C or D's. I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who'll jump on the landmine for everybody else, but that's fine.
Let's see how far on this landmine you're going to jump. Okay.
Oh boy.
So, thank you for doing this because I tend to get you on these movies, but no one wants to do them. So,
and I never hesitate to say yes. I might need to rethink, my life entirely.
British found footage. Let's not do this again. But so this week on the podcast, I have forced Hunter to come and watch a British found footage movie starring some unknown actors and one from EastEnders fame. There you go. In The Followers or Followers.
Followers, not to be confused with Follower, which I found out was another movie.
Don't get confused.
No,
because you don't want to get this confused. Yes, this is Followers. Basically, it's a found footage film following a load of influencers and teenagers as they go through college, and there's a ghost, and there's some weird shit with a cassette tape. That's pretty much my breakdown of this movie.
It's funny. The age of the people in this movie wouldn't, if they saw the cassette tape, would not know what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be like alien technology to them.
But they're hipsters, aren't
they? And they found like a tape player, which was even more amazing.
It's a really old tape player as well.
I got a house full. I'm looking right now at an accordion from the 1920s. I don't have anything that plays a cassette in this house.
Not anymore. No. So why is this random guy who lives upstairs tends to have one? I don't know. But yeah, before we get any further into details of this movie, the podcast will contain spoilers. If you haven't seen the film, we can go and see it if you want. We're going to spoil it anyway, so if you don't want to go and watch it, by all means, don't watch it. I don't normally say this in this podcast.
What an endorsement!
Yeah, it's on Prime. It's on Amazon Prime in the UK. So if you want to get that VPN on, come over here.
You might go running to see this when we're done.
Maybe we might talk you into this,
or talk you off the ledge.
This is the second time I've had you on for a found footage movie. Last time it was The Ape Man. Which,
with the skunk ape thing.
The skunk ape.
That was amazing.
Much better than this. And that's saying so. Do you normally go for found footage? I mean, how keen are you on the genre?
I do like found footage. So the funny thing was, like, Blair Witch Project, when that came out, I was all into the hype. That was like, we didn't have internet at home. We only had it at work, and we like fell into like, oh my God, this is a real thing. And then I took my wife to see it, and we were in the first row in a movie theater, and it made her so nauseous that she ended up going into labor.
Jesus. Okay.
So it forced my first child into the world, which I guess isn't a bad thing. Oh no, my second child. I'm sorry, my second. She was the Blair Witch kid.
Wow, it's a story to tell when she's image.
There were a lot of great found footage movies and a lot of dreck because, I mean, face it, it's easy to make, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you and I had like a spare weekend with an iPhone, we go, hey, we can make a found footage movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
And some people think that and go through with it. And then you got movies like Cloverfield, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, there's a lot of really good great found footage movie. This is the trend I've noticed of found footage, but using the whole youth movement towards, because they're always online.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's found footage or quasi found footage, this is kind of like, and it's a trend, and it's fine. It makes perfect sense to me. I'm a 50-something-year-old guy. I'm not going to make this kind of movie, but I understand why it's being made because horror is a good thing. It's a youth thing. Horror is about young folks getting scared. So I get it. I'm not going to bemoan it.
But it is a weird way of filming it because obviously film found footage is supposed to be you found this footage. Yeah. This one is more, it's linked in with kind of your LinkedIn and your Facebook, whatever the youngsters use nowadays. But I don't know.
I like to call it social media footage.
There you go.
That's really what this stuff is. It's not like found footage implies everyone's dead.
Yeah. So this is social media horror, really.
Yeah. Like Unfriended and Host.
Yeah, but they're both good.
Yeah. I mean, there are really good examples of it. Mm. And then we saw this.
Yeah. Yeah. But oh Jesus! To be fair, if I'm kind of happy for Niall that he didn't come on this podcast because this would have been on his. He would have been pissed off if he had to make him watch this, and I've made him watch some crap recently.
It would have been fun though to hear somebody like really chapped about the whole experience.
Oh, he would have. And I missed it. I would have missed that. But yeah, trying to think what how can we explain to this about this movie? So it's directed by Marcus Harben. He has done stuff like crap. Sorry.
By the way, he's no longer with us. He passed away.
The director? No way.
He was like 27 years old and he had some aggressive cancer. By the way, all hell is breaking out in my neighborhood. There dogs barking, kids screaming right now. I hope that's not coming through.
No, we can cut it out. We can cut that out.
Jesus.
I did not know that. That's I feel bad slagging on his movie now. But...
Yeah, so kind of like, tone it down a bit, man. Be respectful.
Respect the dead. and their dances. But he hasn't done an awful lot before as he passed. Now I feel awful. The Blood Winter, Exodus 21, 24. But we do have one of the producers who was actually one of the producers on Anna and the Apocalypse.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's a good movie. So what a drop for him. Basically.
You got to pay the bills.
Yeah. I hope somebody bought the movie. But the reason why we're doing this one, I think it's now getting distributed over in the US. So it's been out over here for a little while on Prime, but I think the US are now getting it. So hence why we got the link for it. I didn't even know it even existed until now. But it had a showing at Fright Fest. It didn't go down amazingly well. What I like to call the discovery screen film, where nobody wants to go to it. It's but I recognise the faces of some of these actors, obviously because they're more UK TV based. But the biggest main actor is probably going to be Nina Wadia, who plays spoilers, plays the main villain in the end. She's from EastEnders. So she's quite big over here. She was EastEnders, a TV show called Goodness Gracious Me, and Open All Hours, which is the classic British comedy that they rebooted with the actors but older. Right. And she was in that. So she's been in quite a few of the big kind of popular UK stuff, which is confusing why she's in this movie. I'm confused because she could have been in much more.
She might have owed someone a favor. She might have been a friend. Yeah. I mean, you never know.
And the thing is, she wasn't even that good in it either. and she's the best one out of all of them.
The fact that you're telling me she was from EastEnders and the performance that I saw in this movie, that just doesn't jibe at all.
No.
I thought she was someone's mom who just stumbled upon the set.
Yeah, but no, she's been in a lot of great TV over here, and that's why I'm so surprised that she's so bad in this movie.
Wow.
But yeah, so EastEnders. She was even in Aladdin as well. She had a little part in Aladdin, the live-action crap remake.
Another notch in the belt for her.
There you go. She's in the Sandman as well for a bit.
Oh,
Sandman TV series.
So it's a mix of good and bad. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, she's been in stuff.
Maybe she felt that she had, you know how you punch down
Yeah.
sometimes, so maybe she just felt, all right, well, this is what's going on here, so I don't want to show anybody up.
It's like, well, I don't have to do anything. They're paying me anyway, so.
Right.
Yeah. The others, I don't know them. Their faces look familiar, but I don't know them. So let's
I'd
just get
like to
into the
know a
review.
couple of them.
Mm.
I would like to really get close to a couple of them if I could.
Well, yeah.
At the risk of sounding sexist, there are a couple of reasons why I was glued to this movie.
There you go. We'll keep it as that.
But you know what? That's what cheap horror has always been about.
It has been, yeah.
Like I just watched, what is it? The Creeping Flesh or the Flesh Eat? Oh, the Flesh Eaters from 1962. B movie, black and white thing, and it had a cast of 5 people, and 2 of them were, and especially one of them was exceptionally good looking. And it's like, you know, if you need a bandage, you got to take off your shirt to, you know, wrap up somebody's leg.
Yeah.
And that was like a crappy nothing movie from over almost, oh my God, 60 years ago. So
it sells, though, doesn't it? It sells the film. But
exactly.
For the only other one that's really kind of been in anything major is the girl who plays Zuna. The
girl who looks like Rihanna?
Yeah, she was in Pennyworth for 4
Oh.
episodes of that. She was in Black Mirror, so she's been in a few different bits. Line of Duty, which is one of the like drama, like cop drama things over here. So
it's funny because I looked, I go, wow, that girl looks like Rihanna, and then she dressed like Rihanna in the Halloween party in the movie.
I think she must have done it on purpose, but
it had to. I mean, she's a dead ringer.
So,
she could perform as Rihanna right now, just lip sync, and she's not pregnant. So,
well, like, no, like a movie, like she could do like the movie adaptation of her life. So,
yeah, she could.
We have got a character in this as well called Edward Lee, which I'm wondering if they did name him after Edward Lee, but I doubt it because I thought of that
too, but I doubt it too.
Like, I don't think the director was that smart with it.
Like, if you're going to do an homage to Ed Lee, this isn't the movie you're going to do.
No.
No, it's going to be extreme.
Just went name of horror authors. That one.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Exactly. Maybe he'll watch it and give us a review.
It has no pigs in this one. I don't know. Okay, cool. Let's get on with our review of this one. So, again, the film is from IMDb. A struggling social media influencer discovers the house he shares is haunted, and the ghost brings him and his friends fame and fortune with deadly consequences, with sexy results.
Very sexy.
What's your overall thought on this one? What was your kind of overall?
Well, look, my only entree into this was saying, you want to watch this? Here's the link.
Yeah,
I didn't look at a trailer. I didn't look it up. I said, all right.
What did I? Maybe I should have.
No, I'm at this point now where I don't want to see a trailer. Just thrill me. You know, I'm going to go full Tom Atkins from Night of the Creeps. But I did know this was found footage because I think you told me.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this deals with my least favorite type of human being, which is an influencer. Okay. But to counter that, there are some very good movies with influencers like Sissy and Deadstream. Mm-hmm. Great movies about social media influencers. This, I didn't know this was a haunting movie. It's out there. But you've got 4 attractive people in this house. It kind of was like The Real World. Let's see what happens when we get 4 different people in a house, and the house happens to be haunted. And unfortunately, you have the biggest jackhole in history. This character, Jaunty, who was a disgraced social media influencer who is going to rebuild his career and now do, instead of the college years, he's going to do the haunted college years.
He's basically trying to be Logan Paul, basically.
Oh, let me tell you, this was rough for me. But like all the people who were like commenting in the movie, because they do these clips, I was all about Amber. Just show me more Amber. Aaron Austin played Amber. If you make a poster, Aaron, let me know. I'm going to put it on the wall here. Um, I'll put it right next to my big 4-foot Samantha Fox poster. It's been hanging up here since the 80s. It's a trend of movies happening right now in horror where everybody is an ass. So there's not one person you root for. And we've noticed, I was talking about this on Final Guys. There's all these movies coming out. They forgot the whole theme of, hey, make somebody you care about. That's just one person. There's nobody, because everybody in this movie does or says something and I go, oh, all right, you're a garbage person, so I don't care about you. And as they unfold this mystery of this haunting, it's kind of like a Scooby-Doo episode. Kind of, but then it gets ridiculous, and then it mercifully ends, and none of it really makes a whole lot of sense. Am I wrong?
No, you're totally right. You said it well. No, yeah, I agree. I mean, the amount of times we said on the main podcast that characters just aren't likable. Sissy had like most of her characters in that movie were unlikable, apart from the Sissy character.
But you felt bad for Sissy.
Yeah.
So you like Sissy, even though she was psychotic.
Yeah, but you don't like. But in this one, you don't really like any of them.
Nobody. Maybe the one cop who was like trying to help them out at one point.
Just leave. Don't be an ass.
There you go. The only person, because everybody is in there for the wrong reasons, and they're just jerks and acting in ways even jerks wouldn't act that way. It was just so weird. And why would Amber get with Jaunty? Why?
I don't know. They look like the type of people who would get together, especially over in this country.
Well, they had like the look, right? So aesthetically, like, oh yeah, Amber and Jaunty. Jaunty looks like a dipshit Cody Simpson or whatever from back in the day. But it was, to me, it was unlikely as Caroline Munro falling in love with what's his face in Maniac. I'm like, what? How is this possible? Is there a gun at her head?
Yeah, it's young people, isn't it?
Well, that's it. It's young, beautiful people in a movie geared towards young, beautiful people discovering horror. And I totally get, like, I'm sure if my kids were a little bit younger, they'd be all over this. If they were in their teens, they'd be all over this movie. At 25, I think they've aged out of this movie. If I showed them this, they'd punch me.
I mean, there's not much really here to bring in the younger audience either. I mean,
it doesn't take much.
No,
that's they would have loved. Well, I know my daughter would have loved Amber and Pete, and my other daughter would have loved Pete, the Scottish drunk.
Yeah. They had to have one drunk there, didn't they? To kind of balance it all out.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about, like, they said typical Scotch. I'm like, oh, what's the typical?
Without getting too, insulting to any Scottish listeners.
Well, who's more difficult?
Are known to be drunks.
Who's more difficult to deal with? A guy from Scotland or a guy from Wales, if you had the room with them?
I'll be Scottish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You're right. I had a very good friend who was from Wales. He was drunk a lot. But
the Welsh. It's like it's just British Canadians, basically. They're the nice ones.
People.
Yeah, they're the nice ones. They live on the little bit on the end. They're allowed the little bit of country.
I was just talking to a Canadian friend. I'm like, not all Canadians are nice. She's like, no, that's true.
No, but the world thinks they are. The same about Welsh people. But no, I wanted to like this. When it started, I'm thinking, okay, I can get on with this. It looks okay. Then we get the young girl who can psychically, the psychic girl who hilarious. She's absolutely
the girl with the purple hair.
Yeah,
that's my type of girl right there. Purple hair, nose ring.
But she was still awful. She was still awful.
Oh, she was. That's why I think they gave her so little to do.
Even like Nina Wadia, again, like we said earlier, she's supposed to be this big actress. she was so wooden in this as well, and to shocking limits, and for her to then end up being this ghost maker, as she calls her, which
couldn't every serial killer say, "I'm a ghost maker"? By the way,
yeah, pretty much.
I'm only murdering people to create ghosts.
I mean, they're fine. Okay, if she's a killer, grand, it makes kind of sense. But I kind of got to that halfway through, about an hour in, and went, "How long we got left?" It's like half an hour. You think, really? Okay.
So her videos, her YouTube videos were hysterical.
They were, but there's so many people like that on YouTube.
But that's what was really fun. Like, oh, you dumbass.
So I suppose it's more true to life than we probably realise.
That's the annoying thing, because Jaunty looks like half the schmucks my daughters watch. I'm like, always like, what are you doing? Why are you investing time?
It's YouTube short people.
Yeah,
the ones that get popular on YouTube shorts, or the Logan Paul kind of ones who are complete idiot and don't care what they're doing.
Yep.
And now they're on the wrestling and doing the boxing.
Yeah, you and I can't relate to this.
No, and I think we had a really wrong audience for this.
Yeah, we have risen above. This is like when I got called for a market research thing to watch movie trailers. I'm like, oh, this is great. They're going to pay me $50, and I get there, and I'm the oldest person by 20 years, and it was all LL Cool J movies. And the moderator looked at me and goes, "You can just go in front and get your cash and go. If you want to stay and watch, just don't say anything." I was like, "Yeah,
don't make an opinion on LL Cool J movies."
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? The kids were young. I was out of the house. I'll stay. But I won't say a word.
We've all seen Halloween H2O.
Oh, ooh.
And Anaconda. He was in Anaconda, wasn't
he? Man, oh man! But yeah. I watched this movie just going, "This isn't for. I am not the demographic." So yeah. Just don't be a jerk about it.
Yeah. So we get basically they're haunted by techno music. Which
yes,
it's also a bit which I'm thinking, really? Okay. You're really pushing this beyond the heights. Loud neighbours, I get. Sometimes coming from inside the walls and nobody else can hear it. Okay. Cassette tape in the wall, we're stuck to the wall with what looks like, I don't know, demonic vines and veins. It's like it's living inside the wall.
It looked, like a Cronenberg movie. But they didn't really do anything with it.
Which looks good, but they didn't do anything with it. So it's like
that's dumb.
And then you get this weird kind of. She's done a video of her talking to herself, so she sat there, planned all this out. When did she find the time to do this? to do a to camera to herself with cutting images? That's when it starts to make no sense, and it's
to me, the ghost at the rage dancing. That's when I was like, I'm out. This is it. I'm done. I don't give a crap what happens from here on. I'm finished. Yeah. When is Amber coming back on?
So like the ghost in general looked shit.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
I kind of wanted it to be a hoax in the end. That's what I kind of wanted it to be.
Well,
like he tried to do.
They threw that homeless crazy guy red herring in there to make you think, oh, maybe this isn't. But no. Here's a question. I'm just going to call this movie the Amber movie. So, Amber. Did you notice whenever they showed like the people who would comment on these different sections of their time there, they never changed their outfits, even though they're commenting on like day 10, day 40.
I did not notice that.
Never changed their shirts at one time. So I'm like, okay, dude, just do a quick change. Just they're filming you from like the chest up, change your shirt, so it looks like it's a different time. But the whole time they go, hey, we don't want more boo. We want more boobies.
Yeah.
Remember those two jackholes? So finally, you get Amber, who everybody who's watching wants her to show herself naked, and then naked pics of her are showing up online, but we don't get to see them. So what's her reaction to this? Go to a Halloween party dressed as slutty as you can be, knowing you're going to be on camera. What?
Yeah. Because she wants the attention, I suppose. But
oh God, decisions.
That's what I was saying. Are you the one who posted the pictures online and all that kind of stuff? It's like, no.
She got over that pretty quick too.
Yeah, no. She wanted to get straight into bed with him, didn't she?
And Pete, why would he even be part of this?
Why would he go back?
What was the reason? To take his shirt off at one point to those girls in the front peering into the window?
Which is
or from, I guess, for money.
It's dodgy as well, but you know.
But you would think logically he's the guy who's like, screw you. I'm actually intelligent, despite being drunk all the time, and I'm trying to do some science shit. So I'm out. But no, he's in it right to the end. No sense.
Like, oh, money. And he's like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And Jana at one time, who you would think, okay, that's going to be our hero, right? This is going to be the girl, the good girl. But she says a couple things like, oh, you're in it for the money too. So you're a jerk too.
Young people.
There we go.
All in it for the money and the fame.
Get off my lawn, you kids.
In my day.
Stop filming me.
Get off that social medias.
Oh, my Lord.
There's not really much else I can say about this movie. I wish I could. I really wish I could. Honestly, it was between this movie and me suggesting the Bunnyman Massacre. I really wish I did Bunnyman Massacre now.
Well, that's like the fine line, right? There's a movie that's bad. This one isn't necessarily. It's not. Look, I've seen way worse, and it looks really good. The director, who, God rest his soul, did a pretty good job with what he had. Like the ghost of, what was the ghost's name? She had a name too, but she looked terrible. But I'm sure he didn't have money in the budget to make her look any better than that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're a bit more understanding than I am.
I have learned to be a kinder, gentler reviewer when I take things into account. By the way, I'm looking at IMDb page and like Becoming Attraction for Followers is like a sword and sorcery movie. I don't know what's going on here. Arthur and Merlin.
Let's go back now.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch that instead. Should have watched that. But they could have leaned further into the stupidity of it and make it fun.
Yeah.
But there's no laughs in this other than the shrink and her stupid YouTube channel trying to sell her books.
Which was just awful. But yeah.
It was awful, but I think it was made to look like a used car commercial.
Yeah. I mean, they did it on purpose to make it look like one of these influencers herself. Yeah. It's all about influencers.
Yeah. But she didn't have to act the same way when she was actually with them.
No.
But again, I think she was punching down.
Because it was never clear of, was she somebody from the uni or just a therapist, but she's dealt with all of them as a therapist. Then you have the end reveal that somehow now she has powers to hypnotize them into not remembering.
Make them do whatever she wants you to do, which made no sense. But she's a ghost maker.
Yeah, not a ghost, not a ghost giver, a ghost maker.
Ghost Giver. That's the sequel.
Ghost Giver.
Ghost Giver. Yeah.
I mean, the bit when Amber knifes herself in the face. That wasn't a bad scene. That's actually
that was pretty cool.
Scene. Then I just ruin it with the whole other bollocks.
Well, how about nobody who's standing all around Pete? They all let him just swallow that razor blade.
Yeah. Nobody stopped him. He's still standing there with the camera saying, do you want to save your friend or make money? And he still just stands there for a bloody long time.
Right. Because he's an asshole.
Yeah. He's a knob.
Yeah. Note to everyone making movies. The theme is with anything that you create, before you make the movie, someone has to write it. You have to write at least one sympathetic character that you root for. If you don't, nobody cares.
It's the final girl.
Yeah. All the final girls are crap people nowadays. So, I don't know. Maybe we're all crap after the pandemic. Maybe this is just a reflection of what we are.
Yeah, it could be pandemic horror. which
I think it is.
yeah, the same thing. It was very cut and dry back in the day. It was you had your final girl and you had your final guy, and you had your villain. We all cheered for the villain for a lot of the slashers, but nowadays you just don't care about either. I didn't give
No,
two shits about this ghost and their backstory.
it's hard to watch a movie where you hate everybody. It's very difficult, but I'd be interested. I'm going to see if my girls will watch this movie, and I want to hear what they think. Just as a sociological experiment.
A secondary review. Do I edit to the end of it?
Yeah, I'll tweet it out once they watch it, and it will. Once you post this review, I'll have them watch it, and then I'll tweet out if they have a counterpoint. Like they might have, like I said, aged out of this.
Still like, no, it's awful. Okay, brilliant. We are right. Okay.
Oh wait, but I have two nieces who are teens. So then I could go to them. That could be a third review.
We're trying to find some substance in this movie.
I'm gonna keep going until I find the person like, yeah, this is awesome. And I might. I guarantee I might.
You might do. I've not seen the many good reviews about this yet. So, what have you got on the IMDb? The score was.
Oh, IMDb is rough.
Oh, they are. I can't deal with their 10 score. So,
they are terrible. They'll take 3.4 on IMDb. Okay. Like they'll take The Shining and give it 4.8. IMDb are just ruthless. Whoever is reviewing, they're just angry people.
It's all the Amazon users. just angry people.
Just totally. I don't get. Do you get joy out of anything? Why are you watching these movies?
For the hatred of it. That's the reason why we all do it.
Let's see.
That's the reason why I do the podcast.
Despite it all, I enjoyed watching it. On Final Guys, I've made a point. I'm going to watch old B movies that were shown in drive-ins for the rest of the year. And we're talking total dreck.
Yeah, but they're still fun.
Right. I get joy out of them. And I bet 50 years from now, someone will get joy out of this going, oh my God, look at the naivete. And it was so innocent in their efforts. And you never know.
You got stuff like the Leprechaun series, which is awful. But they do have great entries to it.
Boy, that first
especially the one in space. I love the one in space.
The one in space is pretty cool.
Yeah.
For my money, the worst one is the first.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Origins was really bad.
Oh, yeah, you may be right. I take that back.
Yeah. Origins, which was not even a Leprechaun movie.
Yeah, I take that back. But
fucking WWE.
Do they still make?
Why?
Movies?
No.
Good.
Gladly, they don't. I don't think. If they do,
stick with what you know.
Yeah, the Marine. Just keep making the Marine movies. If you didn't, just stay out of everything else.
It's like when Samsung started making washing machines. I'm like, no. You make TVs. Your washing machines are terrible because you don't know what you're doing. I'm
not going to answer the phone on a washing machine. Just deal with that.
Speaking to the drum.
Straight into head into the oven. Yeah. Anyway, so overall, yeah, it was fine. It's watchable. I wouldn't pay £2.49 for it, but if it was free on the telly or something, or on the horror channel in the UK, it could be something you can watch in the background. Worse stuff's on that channel. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Or Legend, as it's called now, for some bloody reason.
Oh, that's what they call it?
Call it Legend now. It's mostly old sci-fi stuff now.
I mean, look, the IMDb score was 3.4. I'd give it a 5.
Yeah, out of 10, yeah. I mean, I'd give it probably a 2 out of 5.
Oh, wow, you're going to go cut it in half. So you're giving it a 4?
Yeah, pretty much.
Out of 10.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
You tried to make it sound a little better, but no. I see through your ruse.
I'm trying. I'm trying to be good. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I wouldn't go back to it. It's not one I'd kind of keep watching over and over again. So, yeah.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
We would call it on the main podcast. We would say we're going to bin this one.
Yeah. This is I'll bin this after watching it, but I'm not. I don't feel like I need a shower. I don't feel like I need to watch another movie to like wash it away. It's
No.
fine. It's all good.
Yeah. I've watched worse. watched much
Right.
worse.
Although before we started the show, I told you I started drinking heavily and smoking cigars as soon as it was over. So it might have driven me to that. I don't know.
I really hope it hasn't. If it has, I am so sorry.
Never apologize for me going out
So
drinking.
that is
It's all fun.
Oh yeah, I'll throw you some more bad movies.
Yeah. Does Full Moon have any coming out?
I'm still waiting on it.
Ridiculous.
Well, we just did Puppet Master on the main podcast.
The first
one. I'm going to get him to the. I'm going to get him to the one we need to watch, which is the retro Puppet Master, and I'm getting you on that one.
Yes, because I haven't seen that one.
They hated. Well, apart from Chloe, but Chloe wasn't on this week. But from a distance, she was saying that she really enjoyed it. But Marcus and Niall did not like Puppet Master, the original.
I think you're going to make them stop watching horror. I think you're pushing them to the limit.
Oh, they've watched worse. Actually, they said that it was worse than The Baby, which is an awful movie.
That movie from the 70s with the guy who's like a baby in the crib?
That's the one.
I love that movie.
I made them watch that.
I could watch that every day.
But then, they also hate Hellraiser, and Grave Encounters 2 is Niall's least favourite movie. So
I got to be on the show with them. We gotta pull out the knives and let's get going.
I'm gonna have to get you on at some point.
Yeah.
If I had enough time, I would have got you on this week, but I didn't have enough time to get to watch two movies.
I'll try to set them straight.
No, we did Puppet Master and Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
because we're doing.
Thank God you didn't ask me for that.
Yeah.
if you see another Muppet movie, go. Oh, I'm not going to call Hunter.
No, it's too much. I've make him watch a British fan footage movie that's awful, but Muppets.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I draw the line at Muppets.
Cool. So that is Followers. Yeah, watch it if you want. It's £2.49. Do what you want with that.
You're going to spend more on a bad cup of coffee, so it's fine.
No, that's true. That's true. I don't know what we're going to do next. I have to try and find a better movie for us to do next time. Probably something Puppet Master related or something Full Moon related, probably.
Or like Attack of the 50-Foot Bikini Women or something.
I'll find us something. I'll get something dodgy.
Yeah, dodgy is key.
Yeah,
if no one else will watch it, I'm in.
And I will get somebody else on this podcast with us.
Please.
We were supposed to be doing Harbinger this time.
That's right.
But my link didn't work anymore. So
that might have been too good.
Yeah. That's more of a main podcast coming to the movie.
Yeah, no, I'm like the garbage bin. Whatever's at the bottom of the garbage. When you lift the bag out and a little bit comes out of the bottom, that's what I go for.
Yeah, you're the Full Moon of that bin.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So that is again The Followers. It is on Prime in the UK. Not sure where it's going to be when it comes over to the States, but yeah, I wouldn't watch it. I don't know if it was fine.
Fine, exactly. If you're young, I'm sure you'll like it way more than we did.
And no young people listen to this podcast, so it's not your thing. It's just doesn't bother.
I'm going to keep having younger and younger people watch this. You'll see.
Cool. So, what are you working on at the moment? I know you have announced a new book's on its way. But...
Yes, so good timing. My sequel to Rattus New Yorkus, Man Rattin', is coming out through Severed Press, hopefully May or June.
Okay.
I sent them the manuscript, waiting on a couple of blurbs, and we'll be good to go on that. And I just finished writing a ghostwriting project for another author. So now I'm going to jump into a thriller and see where it goes from there.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, you know what? For now, you can grab Rattus New Yorkus. It's an ebook. It's like 99 cents.
There you go.
That'll get you ready for Man Rattin'.
There you go. Go and pick it up now. You know I'll always endorse his books, so go and check out Hunter's new book when it comes out, and go and get the first book before the second one comes
I'll
out.
tell you, they're both better than Followers.
Yes,
It's people
most
you might
things,
like in the books.
most things are better than the followers. So. Yeah. So what we are doing on the next podcast, believe it is. This should come out after the recent one, so you're looking at Deadstream, and I forgot what the second movie is, but I know we're doing a Deadstream next month.
Oh,
So
excellent.
yeah, let me just find out. Actually,
Yeah.
go to the group. We'll find out. I'm sure we said Deadstream.
Well, now you're committed because now it's on. It's here. It's on the
I
air.
can edit this out. So yeah, our next two movies are going to be Who Invited Them and Deadstream. Two we haven't seen. I know Chloe's seen Deadstream. She said it's really good, but I'm not sure on Who Invited Them. So we'll give that a go.
I saw that.
Any good?
That's a good double feature right there.
Okay, cool. It's a good double act.
One is much better than the other. I won't say which.
Like most films we pick on this podcast.
Yeah.
We're also going to be looking into the first couple of episodes of a new podcast called The Timekeeper, which is a 4-episode long horror thriller podcast. Like an audio drama in podcast form. So we'll be hopefully getting that to people soon as well. Once we get the link to that and we can get something recorded. But that will be one coming up as well. So yeah, thank you for listening to this extremely unenthusiastic podcast that we done this week.
I felt enthusiastic. I don't know. I think you're just, calling this one in. I'm enthusiastic. Only
Hunter's
because
been
I
very
want to talk to
enthusiastic
you.
about this. Yeah. Hunter's been enthusiastic about it. I haven't, but
I'm also drunk. So
there you go. Which makes it much easier. Oh, cool. So that is, as always, thank you for listening. Go check out our sponsor for this podcast, Abominable Book Club. They're the UK's best and greatest UK horror and thriller book box service, bringing the wonders of a haunted bookshop straight to your door each month. You have 2 boxes. You have the bare bones, which is just the books. That is awesome. We all just love books. But if you want the whole box full of all the goodies, you can get the full guts box. You get UK snacks. You get a brand new book, a possibly haunted second-hand book, and another indie title in there as well as badges, bookmarks. We had a really cool bag in there last time, which is a Starbucks from the Black Lagoon, which is really cool. You can check that out over on our Instagram for that one. And we also just got the brand new Eric LaRocca book, was in last month's book box, which is extremely dark, extremely twisted, and an extremely amazing selection of new stories in there as well. Hopefully, coming up soon, they will pick up his brand new book as well, which is his first novel, which is coming out. So, hopefully get that in that box. But we have some amazing authors and some amazing authors coming up who have been inside the box as well. You can follow me over on Instagram at Bloody Good Reads, over on Twitter at Bloody Good Reads, and on the Facebook Bloody Good Reads group. Hunter, where can people find you?
They can find me at huntershea.com. See, for once I didn't say something stupid.
There you go. Yeah. and over on Insta, and over on the Twitter as well.
And if you're in my neighborhood around early summer, you can help me move. So I'll give you signed memorabilia if you lift some boxes for me.
Take something from the pile.
Exactly. Take a book and also pick up that armoire. Let's go.
Awesome. So again, thank you for coming on. As always, I will find something a bit better, but more trash next time around. Cool. And that is, thank you for listening to the podcast. Give us a like and subscribe over on iTunes or on Spotify. And we'll see you next time.